What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great and blessed day. My day is going pretty good. Get out, enjoy your life, because tomorrow is not promised to anyone. I was told that hard work pays off. Keep on working, keep on grinding, put your money in a 401k, put your money over here, put your money over there, so you can be ready for retirement when it's time for retirement. Now, the retirement age in the United States of America is 66 years old. The last time I checked on the retirement age, it said the retirement age at that time was 65 years old. So I guess they said, you know what? Let's bump it up another year just in case they pass away before they even hit the age of 66 years old. More money for us. What a ripoff. But anyway, you all, most people will not even get a chance to even see retirement age. You got people dying in their 30s, 40s, 50s, off of a natural cause. High blood pressure, diabetes. I mean, people are sick at an early age and they cannot even make it to see 66 years old. It's a scientific fact, especially in the black community. Now, the expected age in the United States of America for a man, a male, is 74 years old. I don't know where they got those stats from. I guess they went to China to get those stats, or somewhere in Saudi Arabia or something like that. Because in the United States of America, men, it's not a lot of men that are living to the age of 74 years old. They drinking, smoking, and got medicine for this, medicine for that. I mean, there's so many things that can make a person's life deteriorate. And the woman's life expectancy is 80 years old. Now, I believe that because a woman, it's a scientific fact that a woman outlives a man in the United States of America, because that's the reason why you got a lot of old ladies that may be living in a home by themselves and their husband died maybe 20 years ago, and they may be 85 years old, still moving on. A man breaks their body down a little bit more than a woman. But anyway, you all, most people won't even get to make it to see those ages, 74 to 80 years old. But anyway, you all, also, I was talking to a relative. Now, this relative that I was talking to is a female. She's about 75 to 76 years old. She told me the other day that she has to go back to work. Now, she's well over the retirement age, 75 to 76 years old. She's still moving around real good and still getting around real good. It's a blessing to make it to see that age anyway. It's a blessing to be alive, period. But she said she had to go back to work because her bills is due. She have to pay her taxes on both of her properties. And I'm like, looking at it like, you're too old to be going back to work, shouldn't you have a retirement, plan or something like that, or a 401k that you had put back years ago or something like that? Those are questions that I was asking myself. But I didn't ask her that because, you can't say many things to an older person because they know everything and, and they already stuck in their ways, but it wasn't my business like that anyway. But she said she had to go back to work because she had to pay the taxes on her property. She have two properties, her home and also a property where she had a business on. She got to pay on both of those properties. And they teach you to retire at the age of 66 years old. Where in the world are you going to get all of this money from to take care of these properties, to take care of yourself at the age of 66 years old? And most of these 66-year-old people these days be broke down like an old box Chevy sitting in front of a yard in the hood with no tires on it and no engine. That broke down. Where in the world are some people going to get this much enough money to sit back and enjoy the rest of their life and live the rest of their life out? Like I just said when I first started this video, most people won't even get to see retirement age. And I got a relative that has to go back out there at the age of 75 to 76 years old to keep on working so they don't lose what they have. Everything that they work for all their life. And some people may say to themselves, I'm talking too fast, you all. Some people may say to themselves, they should have made better choices with their finances. I agree with you with that also. They should have made better financial decisions in their life. But there's only so far a Social Security check or some type of 401k can take you in life when you got to pay insurance on your properties and pay the taxes on your properties and still live, might want a new car and etc. They want you to keep working until you're 66 years old to get nothing. And you're not even guaranteed to make it to see that age. And I was saying to myself, why in the world is the system set up like that? Because they know exactly what they are doing. A lot of people is going to lose a lot of things, you all. They're going to lose. They're going to lose. They're going to lose their pensions. They're going to lose their 401ks. Because they are putting their trust in the system that does not care about any of us out there. People ain't even living that long. You can't even go outside without catching cancer because you're breathing in the air. The food got poison in it. The drinks got poison in it. And people are even drinking poison every day. Drinking liquor, poison in their liver, poison in their organs, smoking all day long. They know people is not going to live that long to get this money. They know it. But they're not talking about that as much. They're not talking about it. That's the sad thing about it. You don't hear much about it at all unless you may hear it. Matter of fact, unless you may hear it from somebody on social media that may get on TikTok and tell you their life story. I don't want to wind up like that. But the crazy thing about that is, you may wind up like that at the age of 70-something years old, broke, getting a Social Security check, and still not able to take care of your finances or your bills. The American dream. The system is set up for you to lose. They don't want you to win. They don't want you to have nothing. This land that we walk on every single day, we don't own it. We don't own none of this stuff around here. They don't even want you to own yourself. They want to take over your body. They give you a social security number when you're born. Put you in the school system and they teach you how to work. Teach you how to be a slave to the system. Teach you how to be dependent on what somebody else tell you to do. Walk down the hall, put the marshmallows in your mouth, shut up and be quiet. Don't ask questions. You got to raise your hand to ask the teacher a question. If you don't, you're going to get in trouble. Put your time out. Same thing they do today in society. And what I just said, that started from elementary. Put the marshmallows in your mouth and raise your hand to ask a question in class. Same thing you got to do here in society today. If you're talking about something that is going to help somebody, they're going to pause you, shadow ban you on the internet, and close you out so no one can get that information. They do not want you to be smart at all. They want you to sit back, put your money into the system, and depend on retirement. But the retirement plan ain't worth a dime. Who came up with this system? Print out the dollar bill. People fight over a tree. People die over a tree. People cross their family members out over a tree. Money, the dollar bill, a piece of paper. Chase the bag. Chase the bag. I don't care how many times you go out there and try to chase the bag will never be big enough for you. Because the bigger the bag, the more finances or the more things you may have, which means that the more taxes you will have to pay. The bigger you get, the bigger the tax bracket. If you don't pay your taxes, you go to prison. But I paid for this. And I'm gonna go to prison for some money that I earned. I'm all over the place, you all. But it doesn't make sense. Most people won't even make it to retirement age. Y'all leave a comment and let me know exactly what you all think about this topic. I would like to know. If you're not subscribed to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all have a good one and have a blessed one. Holla at you.